Let's talk about the powerful practice of openness, practicing being open. Enlightenment is fully open. It's completely open, wide open. So in order for that to happen, you now need to be aware of when you're closed, when and where. There's certain situations, certain experiences in life that you'll close. You'll just become closed. And there's certain areas within you, you could say, that you're more closed than others. So you have to find where you're closed and find when you close. And by being aware of when you close, practice openness. Open back up. Become aware of what made you close. What are you closing? Why are you closing? So this is, again, another practice. Treat it as a game. When you're around certain people and you feel like you then become closed, look within yourself. Why are you closing? Often, we close because we are protecting something. We're protecting an identity. We're protecting a position. We're protecting a wound. So you can see when you're around certain people and you feel like you're just closed, look within and find out what you're defending, what you're protecting. Because as long as I'm protecting and defending, well, look at me, I'm closed. And that's just a physical example. Obviously, it's just an analogy for showing you how your energy closes, your mind closes, your heart closes, your body closes. It's all closed. So in that situation, when you close, then you notice that you've become closed and open yourself up, which often looks like being vulnerable, which often looks like surrendering your position, which often looks like putting down your guard. See, when we're always walking around so guarded and protected, we're closed. And as long as you're closed, you're not open to the love that is ever present here and now. This is why most people don't experience the love that is here and now, the unconditional love that you can experience. And if you're not experiencing the love, it's because you're closed. You can only experience unconditional love by being wide open. And as long as you continue to close, you're closing yourself off to the unconditional love that is here. So that's why it's a powerful practice. Because just being aware of when you close, you're being aware of when you're cutting yourself off from your own heart. You're being aware of when you're blocking yourself from love. By closing yourself, you're creating a shield, a block, an obstacle that's in the way of love. As soon as you open up, well, then you can perceive that love that is always here. But why is it that opening up is so hard? Opening up is hard for everyone because when you're open, you're vulnerable, you're naked, You're defenseless. You're unguarded. You're unprotected. People can see your wounds, and you can see your wounds. You're not holding on to any shields. You've removed the armor. You're vulnerable. You're open. You're not defending your position, your labels, your titles, your identity. You're just naked, au naturel, nude, natural. And enlightenment is natural. It's your true nature. So this practice is really, you could say, practicing your true nature. Because so long as you're closed, you're not natural. Because your true nature is wide open. So it's very powerful to practice opening up. As soon as you feel closed, look. You have to see where you're closed in order to, you could say, undo it or open. And I've just given a couple examples here. People will close when they feel their beliefs are threatened. People will close when they feel their identity is threatened. People will close when they feel their position is threatened. People will close when they think that their view of the world is threatened. People will close when they feel someone's getting too close to them to see the real them. People will close when they feel that they don't want to be so exposed because there's some wounds that have not healed. It's like a wound, like a physical wound. When you have an open wound, you want to put something over it to cover it. You don't want your wound to be exposed. And we do the same thing by trying to hide our wounds. We get so good at closing and hiding that we forget that they're even there, that we don't look at them. And in order to see what's there, in order for you to look within, you need to open up. And I talk about this in all these videos, that happiness, love, peace, freedom is within you. And if you don't open up, how can you go within? If you don't open up, how can you look within? If you don't open up, how can you find the happiness, the love, the peace, the freedom that you are seeking? Openness is the key. It's the key to everything.